go into this here. I put down a list. I'm a list guy. I was telling my boy Cal before we went on, I'm a list dude. I love lists. And I love teams that maybe, get this, I'm not going to talk about the best teams. I'm going to talk about teams that could rise up this year and do something special. Now, you got to remember something about the NFL, okay? Remember something here. The league is a parity league. And what I mean by that is you sit in between 6 and 10. Now there's a 17th game, so I'm just going by last year's record. You sit between 6 and 10 and between 10 and 6. That's how the NFL is. They love everybody in that same pool. You have some 13 and 3 teams, 12 and 4 teams, exceptional teams that go 15 and 1. Those are the really great teams. If they can close the deal and win a Super Bowl, those are electric teams that lose 1 game, 2 games. I mean, that's so hard to do, especially with the war of attrition. I talk about attrition in the NFL. You lose a player here, lose a player there. Or maybe, you're tanking. The game doesn't matter at the end of the year and you blow a game up and you end up 13 and 3, whatever it is. Okay? But most of the time, you hang out in that middle of the pool there. 6 and 10, 10 and 6. League loves you in that area. And how the league handles you is this. If you suck, you're going to get a weak schedule. And you're going to get top draft picks. They want to help you, unlike every other league. Where, like, if you're in, like, the NBA, okay, and you're a team that stinks, you're going to stink forever. They don't try to help you. Okay, they're not looking to help you here. Baseball, too. Football, they try to help you. Let's see if we can give you a weaker schedule and give you bigger draft picks, more quality picks. Try to improve your roster. It's a cool thing. It's called parity. So it makes the league great. The NFL is as strong as their weakest link. And that's why the league looks at the bottom of the league versus the top of the league. Do you know that the television rights, if you're the Jacksonville Jaguars, you get stroked a check for $150 million in television revenue the same way the Dallas Cowboys get stroked a check for $150 million. You make your money in different areas, but every NFL team, it's profit sharing. Nobody makes more money when it comes to that television deal. Everybody gets stroked the same check. Cowboys may have the highest ratings. It doesn't matter. So now that I look at teams, and again, so most of the teams, like from a year ago, were 7 and 9. Let me start here on 5. I think the Patriots are going to jump up. I don't know who's going to start. Okay. Could be Mac Jones. I doubt it. Okay, I do. It's going to be Cam, in my opinion. Cam will be better this year. I think you're going to get Stephon Gilmore decided to get him back into the roster. I think you're going to figure this whole thing out. I think you're going to get all your opt-ins. Dante Hightower said, hey, don't kid yourself. I'm not retiring. They're getting him from opting out last year because of COVID. I think the Patriots are going to be a playoff team this year. I think they're a 10-6 football team. Cam has get this, they were 7 and 9 last year with Cam sucking. I think Cam was 7 and 8 as a starter, and he had COVID. I think he's going to be right in that conversation. I think they're a 10-6 team. I got the Cardinals here, man. I think now Cliff Kingsbury and Kyler Murray, they finished 8 and 8 and had kind of a bumpy ending and a lucky game against the Bills. I like this Cardinal team. I think they've improved in their offensive line. Kingsbury's done a nice job with that offense. And Steve Cotton, the general manager, has done a hell of a job at adding components to that defense. Now, does J.J. Watt still have something left in the tank? I think he does. You're going to be shocked when I say this one. This football team ended up 4-11-1. I think they tied the Eagles, right? I'm personally, I'm looking at it this way. I think the Bengals are going to be a surprise team because this guy, Joe Burrow, I love this kid. Now you get the wide receiver from LSU on the other side. I'll tell you what, man, Joe Mixon in that mix too. They've got some good football players on that defensive side of the football. I don't know if they're a playoff team, but they're going to be right there on the cusp of being a playoff team. You're going to have to check out the Bengals this coming season because the quarterback is a good-looking player. We talked yesterday with Greg Coleman. I think the Vikings, that could be an 11-5 football team. Do not go to sleep. They sucked last year, and I was shocked. Kirk Cousins plays decent, puts decent numbers up. Dalvin Cook puts up 300 carries again. That defense has just got to come to work. That football team could be an 11-win team. Remember I said this, I like the Vikings. And the team that I think is going to be a team that's going to push the Chargers, I think it's going to be a team that's going to push the Chiefs. I think it's going to be the Chargers. That football team, we talked to Tom Telesco, the general manager of the team, a couple days ago, and you can tell they are excited about that football team and what Justin Herbert brings to the table. So Patriots, Cardinals, Bengals, Vikings, and Chargers. Those are my 5 surprises for the upcoming 2021 season. All right.